shooting.
15 years in Mayur, and I've seen you wearing that Mayur blazer. And
don't ask me this.
And they have their swimming pool named after you. That's the way Mayur remembers you. So how you remember Mayur?
Well, I think you should ask me about Daly College.
Okay, so
ये कहाँ से ले आए यार मैं? You know, I thought that I'll go run. I forgot about your this thing. Forget this.
so how you landed in DC?
कभी धस जाएगी बैठने तो
तुम मत बैठो।
तुम बैठो तुम्हारे तो धस जाएगी
रुक जाओ टाइम पास नहीं एक बार बोलो कोई बात नहीं सिपा आई फील यू कैमरा में देख के हाथ हिला
A few moments later.
Rolling.
DC has been a hub of many dynamic principles. Mr. Zucchi was influential in making CBSE. Mr. Hyde created the first swimming pool of DC. So how do you want to be? How do you want your tenure as principal of DC to be remembered?
I think I'm a restoration and renovation man. Not only I'm doing the restoration of buildings, many of those, including the main building and Ashok and Vikram houses. I've turned gym into badminton hall, and now I'm doing a course in Barwani house. So that's one part of it. I think more importantly, a principal is not known or should not be known by what buildings he creates, but how he builds staff and students. And in that case, I think that by introducing many activities, many levels, and enhancing the participation of children in them, we are able to now reach out to many more children in the last 4.5 years. Ever since, in the beginning, of course, children were unhappy because they had to, almost everybody has to play. But now they are very happy, they look forward to those inter-houses. So I think that is one. And secondly, inside the classroom, how you teach a subject, how the teaching learning process takes place. I think that's the work in progress, but some area we have covered in that aspect. So these are two. Another thing I'll say is about staff development. We started 5 days program in June as soon as I came in 2017. And 3 days in January. So every year we used to have 8 days of training, theme-based. Many themes we had taken, including accountability and happiness, and etiquette. So various those things have been, every time we take that. So I think work on staff and students, giving them that confidence, giving them the opportunity, giving them the exposure. And then I think also getting the best academic result, both Cambridge and CBSE. I think this, but I still say it's work in progress. A lot of things to happen. Yes, I love the cricket grounds. Sindhya, the way we have renovated it, the grounds particularly, and Hanwant and all those grounds, I think that's something which I would remember myself. Lovely playing on this on Sindhya ground.
What's your definition of an ideal Dalian?
Ideal Dalian is one who is sensitive, who is up and about 21st century skills, independent thinker, confident. He's sensitive about environment. He's sensitive about gender issues. He is one who takes initiative. And most importantly, above all, a good human being. You can be the best principal, best teacher, best doctor. If you're not a good human being, then I think that's incomplete.
Do you believe that physics is also a kind of philosophy that one lives by?
I always, when I teach physics, I touch upon metaphysics. And the one batch in my previous school still remembers the discussion that I used to have in the classroom. Still, I do it here. Because physics is about finding the ultimate building block of human beings, right? That's why we are breaking atoms and then going down, going down. Now we have found God particle, yet we haven't found what makes us. So physics in a way is what spirituality is, which also makes you discover yourself. Yeah? So this is a modern science way, physics. And spirituality or philosophy has been there forever in India.
Sir, are you attached to those hens that live in your house?
Am I attached to hens? No, you don't have a choice. You see them every day. They are not only hens; they are, fighter cock,
And have you given them
desi
names?
cock, kadaknath cock.
Oh,
Yeah. They're all there, and they are very, very possessive about the female fox. So nobody can go from one area to another, and they have a fight. My goodness, I see it every day. You come and watch. Morning, there's a seal, which is a fighter cock, and desi cock. Across the Daly, they're fighting. Every day.
It's like a wall.
It's a
in your
war, it's a
house.
war in the house. But I do have jungle fowls. I get my visitors and peacocks. I have a couple of snakes, which I see often.
Snakes?
Yes, they are there, and I now have a pond thanks to my daughter. I dug it up in pandemic, and it's working. Lot of fish there.
You want to ask me?
Sir, how did you get linked with catching snakes? What was your first experience?
Yeah. I was like 10 or 12 years old, and it was late evening. It was like 6:30. I was at my ancestral place, and I was about to pick up my chappal. That's Hawaii chappal. In our time, Hawaii chappal. So just picked it up, and there was a snake wriggling around. So I was not scared actually. So I threw the towel and got it. Actually, it's not towel, it's called angocha. In my place, it is called angocha. So just I got it, and I used to do it for a very long time. Then I never realized that it's very dangerous. I read about this thing from a book. So that's called Encyclopedia of Reptiles. So this is how I did.
सर आप कैसी स्किन फील करते हैं उनके हाथों पर मतलब कैसा फील आता है
कट ये क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेंगे सर.
सर वुड यू लाइक टू पेट अ स्नेक समडे
Yes, very soon I'll do it. Yeah, finalize a land. Yeah, I'll be getting a license soon, so I can do it anytime. But not here in the city. I'll have to seek a license and then I have to set up all this.
सर which breed will you prefer
Boas, definitely boas. Boas. I'll breed them and set them free.
What makes snakes superior from human beings?
Snake minds his own business. They never poke their nose in anybody else's business. And then they keep to themselves. And so many times I landed in trouble with poisonous snakes. In the school only, I caught this Russell's viper in the school. It's on record, but and that day the stick it slipped and then it was this rainy season and all that. But the snake decided not to bite.
शुरू के 6 महीने तो मैं बच्चा फिर रहा था। ये चंद्र और ये सब खेलते थे, अंकुर तो बोलते थे यार तुम्हारा मजे है, तुम नहीं आ रहे हो। तो इन्होंने पता नहीं क्या ऐसी तिकड़म बैठाई कि सर को नाम बताए थे कि सर ये भी है। तो सर ने ज़बरदस्ती मुझे कि चलो। अब एक बार जब फील्ड पर पहुंच गए तो सर ने पूछा भी क्या करते, बता दिया मैंने कि भी बॉलिंग करता हूँ। और उन्होंने भी चांस भी दे दिया मुझे तभी कि अगला ही ओवर फिरवा दी कि भाई फेंको। अब पेस तो खैर थी मेरे पास, तो वो पहली बॉल जो गई उसमें सब ऐसे कि अरे भाई ये तो ठीक ठाक फेंक रहा। बस एक बॉल फेंकने के बाद ही वहाँ से आवाज आई कि परमानेंट हो गए।
Do you miss the responsibility of being a house master?
No.
And why?
That is something which I can never forget. Reason being, when I'm dealing with the children in the class, outside the class, on the ground, I behave like housemaster everywhere.
So, the alien inside you will never die, and you have seen this place evolve. What's the most remarkable memory you have from the Sindhya Pavilion?
From here, obviously, beating Mayo College and beating them handsomely. There was a hockey player, a gentleman called KRISHNA, and there was a senior gentleman who was the main coach. And I suggested to him, sir, look, let's take a gamble and send this hockey player, and he may unsettle the attack of Mayo College. And as exactly the same thing happened, that fellow in 40 or 50 balls scored 85 runs, and the whole match turned total like this. And so we went on to score more than 240 runs, and thereafter Mayo College could not chase. And I still remember when the last wicket fell, somebody caught the fellow there, the long on there, and the kind of exultation. And there were a couple of teams that visited us from England also. Even those, unfortunately, they could not do much here. They could not stand against the spin of some bowlers like you, really. And they collapsed. So some of those memories also come back to me. And also visits of some greats like Raj Singh Ji, Dungarpur, and Hanwant Singh Ji. Also Raja Digvijay Singh played a match here.
Start.
Waddington Ground or Sindhya?
Sindhya.
Sindhya or main building?
Main building.
Indore or Ajmer?
Ajmer.
Bedai or Poha Jalebi?
Bedai.
CBSE or CI?
CI.
President's Award for teaching or representing India in test cricket?
Representing India in test cricket.
Role of a teacher or principal?
Teacher.
KABIR or SANJALI?
I go for Sanjali.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Sanjali. Two daughters, I can have another.
Action.
Okay. So answer it very quickly. Sindhya or Hanuman?
Sindhya.
Federer or Djokovic?
Djokovic.
Ashwin or Jadeja?
Ashwin.
Now rate in order. Stein, McGrath, Shoaib Akhtar or Brett Lee?
McGrath. Stein. Brett Lee. Shoaib Akhtar.
Now rate in order of cricketing skills. Gajju sir, Principal sir, you or Banerjee sir?
Principal sir. Me. I don't play now, but yeah, I'm being honest. Principal sir, me, Banerjee sir, Gajju sir.
Patoli or Premier League?
Patoli.
Okay. Wimbledon or French Open?
French Open.
Meerut or Indore?
Meerut.
Sehwag or Rohit?
Sehwag.
Winning Grand Slam or playing volleyball for India?
Winning Grand Slam for India.
For India. Ramanujan or Alan Turing?
Ramanujan.
A Beautiful Mind or The Man Who Knew Infinity?
Beautiful Mind.
रेवड़ी गजक और छोले कुलचे?
रेवड़ी गजक.
बैडमिंटन और टेनिस?
बैडमिंटन.
एक चूज करना है सर आपको दो में से, निराला या काजी नजरुल इस्लाम?
निराला.
धोनी या कोहली?
धोनी.
मटन सीख कबाब या चिकन टिक्का?
मटन सीख कबाब.
दुष्यंत या इकबाल?
दुष्यंत.
कुकिंग या गार्डनिंग?
भाई इसमें तो दोनों ही बड़े बहुत संजीदा हूँ मैं दोनों को लेकर, फिर भी कुकिंग.
सिंधिया या हनुमंत?
सिंध.
बंगाली या हिंदी?
हिंदी.
अब सर क्रिकेटिंग स्किल्स के हिसाब से आप अरेंज करिएगा. अंसारी सर, आप, प्रिंसिपल सर और गज्जू सर.
प्रिंसिपल सर, अंसारी सर, गज्जू सर और मैं.
ओके मैम. तो सुभद्रा कुमारी चौहान और महादेवी वर्मा.
महादेवी वर्मा.
टीचर और अ रेडियो शो होस्ट.
रेडियो शो होस्ट.
कौन ज्यादा अच्छा कुक है, आप या बैनर्जी सर?
आई थिंक कबीर हम दोनों अच्छे कुक हैं. सर कुक्स नॉनवेज, आई कुक वेज.
ओके. भारती हाउस सीनियर या भारती हाउस जूनियर?
सीनियर.
इस्मत चुगताई या मंटो?
मंटो.
सीबीएसई या सीआई?
सीआई.
फिक्शन या नॉन फिक्शन?
नॉन फिक्शन.
और कबीर या संजली?
ऑनेस्टली कबीर.
बताओ क्या कहते?
अंसारी मैम.
Very caring, very caring. I owe my life to her.
So now the camera is shut.
It doesn't matter. It's coming from the heart.
Pushkar sir.
Sir, he's massive, but he's very cute.
Mr. Yadav.
Mr. Dharmendra Yadav?
Yes.
He is robust kind, a typical UPI who can achieve a lot by sheer force.
Banerjee ma'am and sir.
That's a great for each other couple. And I have a lot of admiration for their qualities. One, a poet, writer, philosopher, cricketer, activist, all together. The other, simplicity, affection, lot of knowledge of literature, and both are extremely good cooks.
कि दो बच्चे मेरे होनहार रिव्यू ले रहे हैं.
ये 3 लाओ भैया.
Politically correct. Don't be diplomatic. Be like Mr. Tiwari.
Yeah, it can be myself, but I think I would like to skip this question because.
Okay, actual sketch of Ansari sir. Him being an English teacher, he would love to hear and listen.
Too difficult to answer.
No, they're very happy in front of the stupid little screen. What do I do? But this is a fight. But I'm happy they look at my Daly and they are playing football on the basketball court. So because it's all wet. But that's what should happen.
Your best memory in the school, all-time favorite memory.
All-time favorite memory.
It can be this moment as well.
Definitely.
इंदौर वाले जानते जहाँ साथ कहते रहते हैं.
Today in maths, it was all about root and root. तो सर ने पूछा कि root हटेगा कैसे? तो सिपाही बोलता था bowling ही अच्छी डालना तो हट ही नहीं पाएगा. Is getting down.
See, the teacher.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Spider. Oh my God! Spider.
हाँ सर, कंटिन्यूटी और डिफरेंशिएशन फिर से पढ़ा दो पूरा।
क्या मतलब?